こまで4連敗で迎えたドジャース対ダイヤモンドバックスとの3連戦第2戦。今日の先発は山本由伸投手でした。山本由伸投手は6回までヒット1本を許さない回と、最終的には7回被安打1無失点の好投でした。しかしドジャースは9回に抑えのタナー・スコット投手が打たれ同点、10回にもホームランで2点を失う展開ながらも、10回裏に3点もぎ取り逆転サヨナラ勝利、連敗をようやく止めました。試合後の現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
To Access Sportsnet Dodgers, John Hartzog alongside Jerry Ursa Jr. Nomar Garcia Parr. Boy, did the Dodgers need that. That 4-game losing streak finally comes to an end. And what a game it was for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, stepping up, being that stopper the Dodgers needed, that ace. Takes a no-hitter into the 7th inning, gets a 1-0 lead, and then Arizona gets a home run to tie it in the 9th, a 2-run homer in the 10th. Jared, it's not looking good, but the Dodgers answer with 3 in the bottom of the 10th for the walk-off win.
First and foremost, Yamamoto, outstanding job tonight. Pitched like an ace, really brought his A game, needed that out of him. Obviously, the D-backs stayed in the ball game. They fought back and then went ahead 3-1. But the Never Say Die Dodgers, they continue to battle back and figure out a way to win this ball game.
Yeah, this game is really about Yamamoto. You know, we were talking about the amount of pressure. This is when you step up as an ace. Not only do you have to go there and go deep into the ball game to try to get your bullpen some rest, the other thing is also trying to be that stopper. He did everything he possibly could, go in 7 innings, shutout innings, was outstanding, gave him a chance to win. You know, the bullpen struggled once again, but at the same time, we were also talking to Teoscar before the game, like, do you guys feel pressure? No, but we also feel like we got to find a way to step up, put some runs, and I'll tell you, when the pressure was on, they found a way to put those runs up and win this game.
But that's the story here. Sometimes you're going to go through phases where the pitching won't be there, but you need to pick each other up, and that's what this offense did. They picked up the bullpen. We know the bullpen will be there in the end. Great job on the offense.
4th walk-off win of the season for the Dodgers tonight. It was Max Muncy delivering the walk-off winner. Let's hear from Muntz right now. He's standing by with Kirsten Watson.
Max, this game was something else, but for you guys to come back and win this, first just being in that situation to come in clutch, how important was that for you to get that result?
It was huge. I think most important for us was seeing Yama go, you know, as deep as he did. Gave us a lot of length. We really needed that. He was unbelievable tonight. I thought he had the stuff to go the distance for us, but you know, just to be able to fight back, you get punched in the mouth, be able to, you know, punch right back. It's big out of the guys.
Playing behind Yoshinobu tonight, what gave him the edge that you were seeing from him on the mound?
He was just attacking. It looked like he had command of all of his pitches. He was moving it on both sides of the plate. He had them off balance, and, you know, he was just really, really good.
With the matchup in Arizona, it seems like we've come to expect this battle between these two teams. But for you all, did it feel like a must-win tonight?
I mean, we've been in a little bit of a slide, so yeah, tonight was a big one to get, especially against a division opponent. You know, it's just hopefully we can take this momentum, move forward, and keep building on it. And you know, like I said, it was huge for Yama to give us some length.
Well, Max, congratulations on this win tonight.
Thank you.
And sometimes, Nomar, you don't need the home run ball to deliver a victory. Tonight, it was Tommy Edman. He came off the bench in this game, delivers that huge RBI double to get things going to make it 3-2. And then we saw a couple of intentional walks. We saw a hit batter and then the sacrifice fly, and the Dodgers are winners.
Yeah, the mentality really is for Tommy Edman is to think about, okay, I'm the leadoff hitter. It doesn't matter about the man on second base. I got to find a way to get on base, especially when you're down the way they are. And what does he do? He gets that double going the other way. And then, you know, they elect to go out there and say, let's put Shohei on base. You know, put the winning run on base. And you're like, okay, thank you very much. Because you look at the hitters that are right behind Shohei after that. But this was a beautiful piece of hitting by Tommy Edman. Just putting the barrel on the ball, going the other way, end up getting the double. Now you have the tying run in scoring position.
It's so important to have winning ball players on your team. This is an 0-2 pitch. This is running away from it, really about 6 to 8 inches off the plate, but he's able to stay on it because contact is king. They're going for the win here. Now, I didn't really, from the Diamondbacks, why do you do this move? Put the winning run on first base, but they're going for the win. They're not playing for a tie. Mookie Betts, excellent job making sure you have a productive out. Get the runner over from second to third base, less than 2 outs. Great job here. And again, Freddie Freeman gets in a position when Shohei steals seconds. Now they intentionally walk him. But I love the chess game between the D-backs and the Dodgers here in this last inning. Well done, well execution. Well done by the Dodgers.
Yeah, when you talk about situational hitting, that fly ball out from Mookie Betts moving the runner over, it changes the pressure on the pitcher. Now, all of a sudden, Chevy Miller's thinking, man, if I try to throw that breaking ball in the dirt, all of a sudden the tying run comes across the plate, right? So he takes that away. So now, all of a sudden, it just takes the difference approach for the next guy who's up, and then obviously with the intentional walks and able to come through.
What a win for the Dodgers. They pull it out 4-3 in 10 innings. They're now 3-2 in extra innings and 4 walk-offs, Jared. It was Max Muncy. He knew right away. You see the fist pump.
And because it's all about execution, understanding what I need to do to get this run across. A sacrifice fly will do it. He gets a pitch he can handle. Sacrifice fly to center field. But again, the Dodgers continuing to have championship at-bats in the later innings. They didn't give up. Yeah. When Corbin Carroll, who's an absolute stud, hits a 2-run homer to put them ahead, you can kind of feel the energy leave the building. But once we got back in the dugout, these guys kept fighting and found a way to win.
And the situational hitting, Mookie Betts and then Max Muncy coming through. The Dodgers walk-off winners. Right now, let's send it back upstairs. Check in one final time with Steven Nelson and Oral Hershiser.
Oh, that was a wild one. The roller coaster in the game, the roller coaster with everybody's emotions, but ultimately a walk-off sac fly for Muncy, and the losing streak is done.
And it was emotional right from the very beginning, knowing what is the formula to get this done, to break this losing streak. Yamamoto put us in a great place with the 0 in the first inning, and then 7 scoreless, lowers his ERA to 1.86, was absolutely the ace. And then the gut punch of the home run that tied the game. But you know what? They got back off the carpet and made it very exciting. And it was done in such a very small way. Tommy Edman gets the hit, but after that, it's intentional walks, a hit batter, and they figure out a way to hit the sac fly, and we're going home happy.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, absolutely the player of the game with his 7 shutout innings, a no-hitter through 6. And now he maybe can get the ball rolling for a starting staff or pitching staff as a whole that desperately needed tonight. Dustin May has the ball tomorrow. He's got a tough customer against him in Corbin Burns, but the Dodgers have a series win in front of them.
Yeah, I would think that the Dodger offense will wake up against Burns. They've been having kind of those every other nights. They've got the big booms, and then they have not a bust, but just a normal amount. I think Dustin May goes out there and he throws the ball well, and I think this offense will break out again tomorrow.
I think everyone's going to sleep well, fellas, after that wild win for the Dodgers, 4-3 in 10. Well, let's get another win on this Wednesday and take the series. See you then.
That's right. The Dodgers will have a chance now to win the series. Take 2 out of 3 over the Diamondbacks tomorrow in the series finale. Let's get right to the highlights. The middle game of this 3-game set with the D-backs top of the first inning. Yoshinobu Yamamoto facing Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Mookie Betts has that one.
I love that ground ball early in the ball game, but more importantly, a 0 in the first inning.
Yeah, we were saying, what would we like to see? A 0. Great job. Now it's up to the offense to try to get on the board.
Mookie Betts, 1 out, base hit the other way.
I just love this inside-out swing here, using that top hand, especially with 2 strikes, fighting something the other way for a knock.
Both starting pitchers awfully tough, though, in this game. Freddie Freeman line shot. Ketel Marte turns that into a double play.
I mean, there's really nothing you can do right there. Rocket, second base, makes a great play. I mean, you're anticipating right there. It's going through the hole. Marte makes a great play.
Scoreless going to the top of the second. Yamamoto facing Gabby Moreno, and Yama, as the kids like to call him, blows it by him.
You know, Max Muncy was talking about getting interviewed. He's like, he was just attacking the hitters and trusting his stuff, and it did look like he had everything going and even going out there with the fastball.
We go to the 3rd inning, 1 down for Alec Thomas, and it's Yamamoto going to the breaking ball to get him for the strikeout.
Everything working now. Great fastball command. The split. Here's a 12-6 hammer to get Thomas.
Then Jordan Lawler, their top prospect in the organization, takes a called strike 3.
Man, that was a nasty pitch. I mean, just freezing hitters. I mean, look where it started. It started at his front hip. That's why he took it. That's why he froze. And all of a sudden, you're hoping as a hitter, please be a ball. And it hits strike zone.
We go to the 4th. Corbin Carroll at the plate. Hits one to Mookie Betts.
And that split running down and away from Carroll. Once again, soft contact for Yamamoto.
He was just cruising at this point, gets Gurriel.
I mean, when you have that splitter working, it looks like a fastball. The last 10 feet darts out of the zone.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Mookie Betts singled in the first inning. Here we thought he had extra bases, but Gurriel makes a really nice sliding catch.
I mean, you tip your hat. I mean, you crush that ball. He makes an excellent play there, gets a great jump, sliding into the fence. Man, well played.
Incredible play.
Dodgers hit some ball hards in this game, but for a while had nothing to show for it. Freddie Freeman, though, he finds a hole with a gap shot to right center.
He gets a 2-0 fastball, 96. He turns that around. Look at Freddie Freeman. Chin in the pocket, just beats the throw.
He can still run on that surgically repaired ankle.
And he can still boogie with those hips.
I mean, you're the infielder. You're tagging him right there, and you have a look. And then all of a sudden, you know, you put the tag on, and then he's just kind of waving the hips right in front of you.
And then Will Smith does what he has been doing all year, coming through with a runner in scoring position.
2-out lightning. America's catcher coming through. Rocket in the left field corner. Just a great swing. He shortens up with 2 strikes, gets the barrel to it. I mean, outstanding swing.
Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. Top of the 5th. Back to Yamamoto. Gets Pavin Smith looking.
Man, what a great location with that fastball. Talk about when Yamamoto has that split finger that just falls off the table. We talk about establishing the fastball, which keeps the hitters off balance and guessing, and especially if he establishes it low, man, good luck.
Back out there for the 6th against Alec Thomas, another backwards K.
I mean, really working all 4 quadrants tonight with that fastball, freezing Thomas. Got him with the breaking ball earlier. Here at 96, I mean, perfectly placed fastball.
1 down for Lawler. It's another punch out.
Goodness. I mean, as a hitter, you're swinging at that, but you're like, looks like a fastball out of his hand, and it's a strike.
Not fun.
So 2 down in the inning, and Corbin Carroll up there, and why not punch out the side?
I mean, when you're having that fastball at the knees, and as a hitter, sometimes, is that a split? I don't know. No, it's a fastball. Freezing the hitter, Carroll.
Yoshi keeping him hitless through the first 6 innings. Back to Freddie Freeman in the offense in the bottom of the 6th. And Freeman with his 2nd double of the game.
That's an impressive hit right there by Freddie Freeman. And that ball was in. And he still was able to get the hands in there so quickly and hit it down the line for a double.
So 2 out. Runner into scoring position for the Dodgers.
With 2 strikes, that's a pitcher's pitch. That's in off the plate. Still able to barrel.
Will Smith came through last time, but he goes down swinging in this at-bat. So still 1-0 going to the top of the 7th inning. Yamamoto working on a no-hitter facing Ketel Marte. Challenged him on a 3-1 pitch, and Marte bangs it off the wall.
Yeah, you get behind, very rare behind the count, 3-1. Does challenge him. Marte squares up. Great throw by Paez to limit him to a single.
I mean, especially when you're like Yamamoto, and then he's going, okay, I gave up my hit. All right, the no-hitter's over. But then you get that, keep him on first base. You still feel like you can get that double play ball, and then he comes back and does that.
And the emotion from Yoshi. 7 scoreless innings, 110 pitches, only 1 hit allowed. What a night it was for him, and boy, did the Dodgers need it. Top of the 8th, Alex Vesia comes in, facing Geraldo Perdomo to lead off the inning, and with 1 swing of the bat, they've got a runner in scoring position.
You know, listen, the D-backs, they got some good players, man. Perdomo, he's normally their 9-0 hitter. He's hitting 7th tonight, having a great season, leads the inning off with a double.
So runner at 2nd, and then Tim Tawa drops down the bunt, and now the Dodgers are in a bit of a mess. 1st and 3rd, nobody out.
Good bunt down right there. You got to just think, you got to crash. You got to have the position player just crash as hard as he can, at least try to get 1 out.
This is a huge out. Eugenio Suarez pinch hitting. He pops it up.
And now you're thinking, if you're Vesia, hey, okay, I got that 1 out, maybe a ground ball. No, a perfectly placed slider. Now he's got the strikeout, 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
And then Dave Roberts goes to the bullpen to get Ben Kasparius after that huge strikeout by Vesia on Carroll. The bases loaded for Ben Kasparius. Facing Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Nomar, How good has Kasperius been this year?
We talked about him since last year. Just his poise on the mound. No moment is too big for him. He goes out there and gets the job done once again.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers still holding on to that 1-0 lead after this strikeout by Kasperius to get out of a bases-loaded jam.
Gurriel got to shake his head.
And Shohei goes to the gap in left center. That's extra bases.
Love the swing by Shohei right there. A little lefty on lefty prime, staying square, backing that ball up, rocket, left center gap.
And right about here, you're going, okay, the Dodgers can use some insurance runs.
But Beek's able to get Freddie. Nasty pitch in on his hands. Hits a comebacker to end the inning.
Oh, in fact, screwball there.
9th inning, top half. Tanner Scott trying to close it out. And it's Naylor right to Freddie Freeman. One quick out. But the next hitter is Moreno. And that is tie game.
Listen, we know he throws the fastball. I get it, 97, but it's a 1-0 pitch. All Moreno's trying to do is look for something up that he can drive to tie the ball game up. I would have preferred a fastball maybe down on the way. Yep. It's up in the zone, and he got the pitch he was looking for.
And he didn't miss it. Hits it out to tie the game at 1. So here we go to the bottom of the 9th. Kevin Ginkel pitching. Teoscar Hernandez in a pinch hit roll.
Such a good at-bat. Good at-bat off the bench there. Didn't chase.
Brings up Kike Hernandez, a chance to win it with 2 on and 2 out. But Ginkel fell behind 3-0, comes back to get the strikeout to send it to extra innings. And then in the top of the 10th, Corbin Carroll. Tanner Scott's 2nd inning of work for the first time this year, and Carroll hits it out the other way.
And it's really good swing by Carroll. That ball, he just stayed on it and went the other way on a line. Didn't pull it, stayed on it. I mean, really good swing.
I mean, he's a stud for a reason. He's been a really good player in this league now for a couple years. He's going to have a lot of years like this.
Bottom of the 10th, Shelby Miller, old friend, pitching for Arizona. Tommy Edman.
I mean, off the plate. Look how far off the plate that pitch was on an 0-2 count. And him just putting it in play and getting the double down the line.
You know what's crazy? I'm sure Shelby Miller is taking, I would think he'd want to pull to move the runner over. Right. But look at him stay on this pitch just to protect. That is old school hidden right there. Tommy Edman, great player.
So it's 3-2, and then they walk Shohei intentionally. They walk the potential winning run.
I think Torey Lovullo was thinking that Shohei's in scoring position when he stood up to the plate.
Mookie Betts, Jerry, you mentioned it, a productive out as he gets the tying run over to third.
Such a great at-bat here by Mookie Betts. You have to get the runner over. He does just that. Now we got action, 1st and 3rd, 1 out.
Brings up Freddie Freeman, RBI opportunity, but Shohei Ohtani swipes his 11th base of the season.
I love this move here because I want to put the pressure on them. You walk me, now they force them to walk Freddie Freeman, and we got a stud, Will Smith, with the bases loaded.
And Will Smith gets plunked, and that's how this game is tied up.
So many great things can happen with the bases loaded, 1 out. Now we got a tie ball game.
So it is 3-3 after Smith takes a glancing blow. The reaction from Yoshi. Brings up Max Muncy. They're loaded with 1 out. A fly ball will do, and Max knows it right off the bat. That's a walk-off winner.
Yep, just trying to get a ball he knows he can handle, get in the air. You don't want to roll over in that situation. He gets a ball he can handle, drives.
Dodgers get the walk-off win. Their 4th walk-off of the year, 4-3, the final in 10 innings there. They finally get that 30th win of the season. Anthony Banda only threw 3 pitches, but he gets his 4th win of the year. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, brilliant tonight, 7 scoreless, allows just 1 hit, 9 strikeouts. Will Smith, 1 for 3, had a double, 2 RBIs and a walk. Freddie Freeman, 2 for 4, 2 doubles and a walk. Let's take a look at what's ahead on the calendar. The homestand wraps up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Will Smith World Series final out bobblehead night. Then the Dodgers hit the road for 6 games this weekend against the Mets in an NLCS rematch. Next Monday, they'll be in Cleveland to face the Guardians. The Mets series will be on national TV. The others right here on Sportsnet LA. Inside and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts.
Yeah, Yoshi was fantastic. we needed every bit of it. Certainly, we pushed him more than we have all year, and he earned that opportunity. I thought tonight he was just getting ahead of hitters all night long. The split, the curveball really came into play today. But that's a very tough lineup to navigate, and he just competed his tail off, and going 7 innings, set us up certainly to win a ball game. And I thought early we swung the bats well, didn't get anything to show for it, but it certainly turned in that 9th inning. But to come away with the win was huge.
Did you do something different in regard to just feeling like a must-win for this group?
I don't know if it was a must-win, but certainly given Yoshi's outing, I think that you could almost you don't want to waste that great of an outing. And so it was just good to see after going down 2 runs in that 9th inning to come back and, Tommy putting together a really nice at-bat, getting a hit on an off day and coming in there late into the game, playing a role. And, just kind of obviously passing the baton. There's some free passes in there. But all night, I thought we had some really good at-bats. I thought Teo took a really good at-bat. I thought Will took some really good at-bats. And then ultimately, Max to, driving the winning run was big for all of us.
How tough is that kind of inning put together? Like you said, when you're in danger of wasting on a start, you have lost a couple games in a row coming into this. How tough is it to kind of sum in that kind of inning put together?
It's tough, and obviously, we had Shohei steal second base there and taking a chance that they might take the bat out of Freddie's hands. But in that situation, we really don't have any pitching left. And so we got to play for the win there. And I think for us right there, a tie ball game, I don't think would have ended well for us. And so to kind of keep the line moving, to get that winning run on second base was really pivotal for us tonight.
You used the word ace before the game about Yoshinobu, and you don't use that lightly. How has he defined it, not just in this game, but also throughout the season?
I do kind of pick, I use that word very carefully and cautiously because there's a lot of that comes with that. And certainly track record. I think there's just the ability to go deep in games when you need it, to handle left and right, to be a top-end guy. There's very few in the big leagues. And so I just see a confident player. And even that Pavin Smith at bat where he got over 100 pitches right there, he wanted that last hitter. And so I like looking at guys and trusting the guy that's on the mound.
Well, we had a walk-off win and 13 strikeouts for the Dodgers. That means tomorrow you can go to Jack in the Box, pick up a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink only at LA area restaurants tonight. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he carried the load. He had 9 of those 13 Dodgers strikeouts, and it was 7 shutout innings for Yoshinobu tonight on just 1 hit allowed. Let's head inside the clubhouse and hear from Yamamoto with Kirsten Watson and the media.
Yoshi, you were excellent tonight, but just when you look at the result of this game, for this team to battle back, to pick up the win, just how big was that for this group?
今日まず素晴らしいピッチングでしたけども、同点になって逆転されて、そこから今日勝てたっていうのはチームとしてはどういう意味があるでしょう。
逆転、一度されましたけど、最後まで、最後打線つながって、なんとか全員で勝てたので、すごくいい試合だったと思います。
That was a great game, because they got tied and then flipped the game. But we came back and winning a game like this is great.
For you personally, just 7 shutout innings, but you were pretty reliant on the curveball. Was that game plan or was that just feel and execution of your pitch?
今日、7回シャットアウトだったんですけども、その中でやっぱカーブっていうのは、山本さんの中で重要だったんですか、今日投げる中で。
そうですね、カーブだったりカットボールだったり、ウィルが、なんていうんだろう、すごく考えて、うまく配球してくれたので、とにかくウィルを信じて思い切り、投げていきました。
Will was calling the great games, and I trusted him, and then I made my best pitches.
Were you aware of your
throwing a no-hitter?
Sorry.
Were you aware that you were throwing a no-hitter for 6, and what was sort of going through your head over the course of the outing?
途中までノーヒットで行ってたっていうことでノーヒットノーランとかちょっと考えたりはしましたか？
まあやっぱり9イニングはやっぱすごく遠いので、130球ぐらい投げれたらですけど、球数もまあまあ順調にいってたんで、はい、とにかく目の前のバッターに集中して投げてました。
So complete the full 9 innings is really hard, and then because also today because my pitch count was going up, so I wasn't really thinking about it.
Dodgers pitching staff allowed 32 runs during the 4-game losing streak. They really needed someone to step up, Jerry, and put the brakes on things for the opposing team. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto was absolutely brilliant, did exactly what the Dodgers needed from him tonight.
You know, it's amazing. He was a very accomplished pitcher in Japan, was outstanding. When he came over here, yes, last year he was a rookie, but he really started to pitch like a veteran. This season, pitching like a Cy Young Award candidate, and really tonight, really made a nice early statement against a very tough D-backs lineup. He shut them down for 7 strong innings, 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. But again, more importantly, he gave his team a chance to win. Because let's be real, the last 4 nights has not gone our way, and then some. We needed him to be that stop.
You know, he's answered every big moment that he's been put in so far in that Dodger uniform. You know, I know, you know, his first game, obviously the nerves, and he admitted it, nervous, and understandably so. But then after that first game last year, and then the other big moments, how about when he had to start over at Yankee Stadium, and then he came up huge, right? And then we know he was pitching outstanding, and then he gets injured, and then comes back, and then he gets the ball in the postseason. Postseason outstanding. World Series, he's outstanding. And then now coming into this year, you're having to be out there and need to be that ace. We said how important today's game was going to be. Jerry, I know you said, but we were saying, listen, this is a must-win. This was a big one that you need to get, and you need him to act like the ace, go deep, and be that stopper. And he delivered once again.
I just love the fact that, you know what's amazing? He continues to get better and better. And yes, he has great stuff. But he pitches with that stuff with command, fastball command, breaking ball command, and obviously that split. This D-backs team can flat out swing the bat, and they just saw him in Arizona, so they're very familiar with them. And for him to make an adjustment and pitch the way he needed to pitch tonight, outstanding job.
It was a pitching clinic tonight by Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Does not factor into the decision, but the Dodgers get the win in 10 innings. Yes, that losing streak is over thanks to the 4th walk-off win of the season. More reaction from Dave Roberts coming up on a much-needed come-from-behind win over the Diamondbacks. Carl's Jr. moments of the game. Jerry, it's Max Muncy, bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 10th to win it.
It's Maximus Muncy to you, John. Sacrifice fly, finding a way to win. A great comeback win by the Dodgers. Outstanding at bat there by Max Muncy, getting the pitch he can drive out in the outfield to win this ball game.
For a time, we weren't thinking the Dodgers would have to go to extra innings and score more runs. Yoshinobu Yamamoto had that look, Nomer, like just get me 1 run. That's all I need. And in that 4th inning, the Dodgers had back-to-back doubles to get that 1 run.
Yeah, they really did. And we're going to have to go Access 360 to really break it down by 2 really good at-bats. One by Freddie Freeman and then by Will Smith. But Freddie Freeman, are we not surprised? Here he is. He's in a 2-0 count, a hitter's count, so he's just looking for a pitch over the plate that he can go out there and drive. It's not a big swing, just drive it in the gap. And the key here really is right out of the box. Right when he hits this, he's got the gap over there, but he is thinking double right out of the box. The center fielder does an excellent job getting to this ball. I mean, he cuts this ball off. It doesn't go to the fence, and then he gets it in quickly as he gathers himself. But Freddie was thinking double right out of the box, and then he goes over there, makes a good slide away from the tag. And now, this is just an incredible at-bat by Will Smith. There's a slider. All right, it was questionable, but listen, it's a ball. Now you're up 2-0. This one you're going, okay, are you going to go attack? Now he takes that one. I think he might have think they might go at an off speed, but that was the pitch, and then he chases. But now you got to gather yourself. Now you're frustrated with yourself. Now you work at 3-2. But look at this 3-2 pitch. This pitch is in, off the plate, fastball, and he still is able to get those hands in. I mean, that was just quick hands, quick reaction, and keeping this ball fair with the head down, throwing that top hand, and driving to left field.
And this is why I love this Dodger team. They don't give away at bats. It was 2 outs in that inning. Freddie Freeman, 2 outs, double. Hustles to get to second base in scoring position. And then with 2 strikes, Will Smith shortens up, chokes up, and puts the barrel to the baseball. Great 2-out lighting. Will Smith and Freddie Freeman.
And speaking of Will Smith, let's head inside the clubhouse and hear from him. He's talking with Kirsten and the media.
Just how you and Yoshinobu navigated through their lineup just so efficiently. What was working so well for you guys tonight?
Yeah, he was just mixing. You know, his curveball was really good tonight. His cutter, you know, turned out to be really good tonight as well. Obviously, he's always got good fastball command. His changeup was for a splitter was really good. So, yeah, just mixing it up, keeping him off balance. You know, going up, down, in, out, all that. He just executed. You know, it was really fun tonight.
Was leaning on that curveball, was that more kind of game plan, or was that just kind of how it was playing and how he was executing it?
Yeah, just kind of how it was playing. You know, he was striking it really well. He was getting it below with 2 strikes. So he was kind of, you know, rolling with it.
Like those last couple innings, just kind of the momentum swings. Was there frustration in the dugout going into the bottom of the 10th? Was there composure? Like, how'd you guys kind of build that inning like that?
Yeah, you know, we just kept fighting. You know, obviously had the big shutdown inning in the 8th to leave their man on, nobody out in the 3rd and stuff. Yeah, it's not fun giving up a tying run in the 9th. Yeah, just battling back. You know, got down 3-1 again. Battled back, put some good IPs up. Tommy got it started, and you know, once he finished it.
Almost from the day he first arrived in the big leagues, Jerry, Will Smith has just had that knack for coming through in the clutch. We've asked him about it many times. He can't really explain it. He loves being in those situations. This year, he's on a whole new level. He's 19 for 38 with runners in scoring position and 24 RBIs.
You know, first and foremost, if you're going to be able to hit and produce in those situations, you want to have the at-bat. You don't want to shy away from it. We've known Will Smith, like you said, John, from day one. Wants to be up there in big situations. And what I like about him, he makes adjustments on the fly. And if I was a kid watching this team, obviously Shohei Ohtani is a freak of nature. Mookie Betts, incredible athlete. But if you watch Will Smith swing, once he gets loaded and set up and gets ready to fire his hands, he's as A to B as any hitter to the big leagues. I'm not saying he's swinging down. I'm saying he's A to B. He's right there directional, and it allows him to cover so many different pitches. The breaking ball away, the fastball up in the zone, and also the fastball in with 2 strikes because he's A, B in a heartbeat. He's such a professional hitter, fun to watch.
Yeah, you make adjustments, and that's really the key. It's not always the same swing each and every time. Understanding the count, understanding the situation. Talk about situational hitting. He's been doing that and coming in the clutch.
Certainly did once again tonight. The Dodgers get the win over the Diamondbacks in 10 innings. The starting pitcher, though, tonight for the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 7 shutout innings. Just what the doctor ordered. We were going to hear from him coming up. But first, let's head back inside and hear from Tanner Scott. He is talking with the media.
When you look at tonight, it was an uncharacteristic night for you. Just what do you think kind of gave them the edge in the at-bats going up against you, those 2 long balls?
Leaving it too much in the zone. I mean, you never want to see the ball go out of the park, especially late in the game, and what Yama was doing out there was incredible, and then Vess, Ben, and then Wanda saving me. So, I mean, yeah, it's just too much on the plate and leaving them good pitches to hit.
Ultimately, you guys obviously came back and won this one, but for you personally, is there some more frustration, especially just knowing what this week has looked like for the team?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we needed a win bad, and luckily we have a pretty good lineup, so it saved us.
So from both those fastballs, were you wanting those more left side, or were you wanting those more up?
I mean, I was just trying to get it up and in. I mean, Carroll, I don't want to make him comfortable, and I left it out over, and the Moreno one just left it too much on the plate.
Has this stuff kind of felt like it's been picking up lately? Like, how have you just kind of felt like where you're at?
I feel good. I mean, stuff's good. It's just too much on the plate today.
We all love a walk-off. Dodgers have now had 4 this year. The first one, Jerry, March 28th, ring night against the Tigers. It's Mookie with a home run.
Love those Ghost jerseys right there. Mookie Betts, huge walk-off home right there to send us home happy.
And then April 2nd, no more Shohei on his bobblehead night.
Well, we know Shohei's going to deliver on his bobblehead night. The big show. Whenever the LA needs a show, he puts it on.
Shohei coming through, and then April 28th, it's Tommy Edman
walk-off base hit.
I love the short, compact swing there from Tommy Edman. We saw it tonight, but here, rocket in the corner, walk-off knock.
And then one more tonight, Nomar, Max Muncy. All 4 of these, by the way, in the 10th inning.
It was quality at bat after quality at bat in the 10th inning here. And Max Muncy looking at the ball. He can get in the air to get the sacrifice fly. And there it is.
All right, and tomorrow it's Corbin Burns going for Arizona. Dustin May for the Dodgers, a rematch of their matchup in Arizona a little over a week ago. How can the Dodgers get to Corbin Burns, Jerry? The last time they saw him, 7 scoreless innings. He's won 3 straight starts, 16 consecutive scoreless innings.
Well, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. And listen, they're very familiar with him. I think the biggest key, just like any type of ace, you got to be able to score early. Do not allow him to find his rhythm.
Yeah, once they settle in, they seem to get tougher. So hopefully they're ready in that very first inning.
All right, Dodgers will try to finish off this homestand with a series win over the Diamondbacks. We will see you tomorrow. Pre-game 6 o'clock from the stadium.
すごい試合でしたね。山本由伸投手は本当にナイスピッチングでした。素晴らしい回答でした。ノーヒットノーランワンチャンあるかもと思ってドキドキしながら見てましたが、7回のスミスを空振り三振に取ったシーンはほんとしびれました。名実ともに完全にドジャースのエースですね。先発投手陣の中で1人だけ防御率3点どころか2点すらも切って 1.86 としています。規定路線なのか分かりませんが、大谷翔平選手も今日スライダーを投げ始めたという情報もあり、いよいよですね。明日も勝利を収め、このカード勝ち越しで終えてもらえれば幸いです。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。